Wow, a big ass glare, a big stupid ass glare, but it's about to be fixed. Hold on, it's about to probably be a bigger glare. I don't care. How y'all are? I'm sorry about this glare, man. I'm really sorry about this glare. Hey, Travis. Hey, loves. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what to do with this glare. Hold on, hold on. Oh, good. Okay. So, hold on. Hey, loves. Hey, everybody. Hold on. I'm trying to get a light. Now you can see me. The glare ain't too. Look, the glare is just gonna be there because I don't like that angle. Hey, loves. How y'all all today? I wanted to just do something fun today to wake me up. I will be doing these videos separately for content and going into greater detail. Um, I wanted to go through this Venus through the signs at the end. If the motherfucking YouTube act right, if it don't freeze, if I ain't gotta leave, I'll take questions at the end because I can't answer questions and channel at the same time. I can't do it. But if anybody is here and y'all know the answers to the questions, y'all probably have to, y'all feel free to answer it for me if y'all know I'm channeling and not really paying attention to the questions because I have to get through it. So if I get distracted, I will go on a tangent and be talking about, wind up talking about cats. So respect how my mind works. My mind be everywhere. I'm a Gemini Mars. All right. So first things first, I want to tell y'all about the archetype of Venus. Yes, always fucking up the fucking shit. I want to tell y'all about the archetype of Venus and what I think the archetype is to me. Now, the person that I consider their perspective the most is this guy named Jeffrey Wolf Green. If you're interested in looking at any of Jeffrey Wolf Green's videos, you'll find a lot of PDAs. You can download PDFs. You can download for free offline. Just Google Jeffrey Wolf Green Venus, Jeffrey Wolf Green Pluto, Jeffrey Wolf Green, whatever planet you want to know his perspective on, because he comes from an evolutionary perspective. Now I'm gonna play with y'all a little bit today, but I'm really on the evolutionary level, and it gets kind of like not fun. So I'll be using evolutionary astrology alongside of psychology shit because that's pretty much what it is. It's this astrology based on psychology and how to evolve from the trauma markers that are in our charts. Now, Venus. A lot of people take Venus to be a lot of bubblegum shit. But if you look at it from an evolutionary psychology perspective, Venus is the way we perceive love. And what I mean by the way we perceive love, according to Jeffrey Wolf Green, and I really believe this truly so, is through what we perceive through the ear, how we hear things. So Venus is also how we hear things. That's why Venus is creativity. That's why music is so important. And under creativity, all the things that bring us pleasure, bring us beauty, because of how we perceive it, is under Venus. Taurus. How we dress ourselves up, spruce ourselves up, make ourselves feel good. What makes us feel good? What sound good to you? What you prefer to hear versus what you don't want to hear? What you want to hear? What you want that dick to be like? What you want that pussy to be like? What you want? How that dick fit in her hole? How your pussy grip his shit? Like just the pleasure of things. Okay, I won't be getting that deep or whatever because that takes some study because I don't know what everybody pussy grip like and I don't know what everybody dick shape like. I have not fucked all the signs of the zodiac, so I don't know. So it's how we perceive love, and how we perceive love usually winds up being our own little love language. And everybody love language is different. And it's so important to love ourselves first, because when we don't know our own love language, we feel like we have to find that same language externally outside of us, because we don't know how to give it to ourselves. It's when we can give it to ourselves, we can understand somebody else's love language, and we can enjoy the art of loving that person according to their love language. How you perceive love is how you perceive love, but how somebody else perceive love is how they perceive love. And it's best to understand how both parties perceive love. The only time you're gonna see Venus in the same sign in relationships is when the generations are dating each other and they all born in the same within the same 2-3 months. Like, say I'm an Aries and I'm an Aries born in '87, and I fuck around and date, and but my Venus was in Pisces at the last degree. I fuck around and date somebody born in March where Venus was in Pisces too, but they are late Aries. You'll see that like that. But most of the time, you got to keep in mind how you perceive love may be different from how somebody else perceive love, and then you got to consider the houses in. Then you got to consider the aspects of what's hitting it, and there's a lot of shit and a lot of people charts that hit Venus negatively. I'm one of them, but I realized I'm not the only one. It's a lot of people, especially in the Pluto and Scorpio generation. They, no matter where your Venus is, some stupid is touching it. Some stupid is touching it, and you got to go through all these hoops and hurdles internally to get to your love language, which is whatever your soul chose to go through it, whatever the fuck. But you, again, these planets do not defy us. We supposed to be responsible for taking the energy of the planets and using it for what we want to use it as. But it's always good to be aware. All right. I'm probably demonetized. I don't fucking care. YouTube is on some shit. So, anything else I want to say about Venus? Another thing I want to say before I go into this that I think is very important, as we go on in astrology, as you go deep into astrology, you'll notice that everybody got their own perspective. I personally have my own perspective over what rules Virgo and what rules Libra. In my world, Libra is not ruled by Venus, it's ruled by Eris. What Eris is a mixture of Pluto and Venus. It's another dwarf planet out there yonder. It's blind justice. It's on some passionate crimes, on some eye for an eye, tooth for the tooth shit. Like, you hit me and I hit you back. Fuck me and I fuck you back. Pop off and I'll pop off back without even thinking. That's Aries. When Aries is nice, it can be the most extremely intensely seductive sign, charming. Y'all look at Libra like they charming. No, they just seductive as fuck of the zodiac sign. They right next to Scorpio. Hints. You know, that octave, you can't just go from Pluto and then boom, fucking, I don't know, I don't understand. And then you got to understand it's also a polarity of Aries, so Libra have to have some warrior in it too. People don't look at that. So Aries rules Libra in my world. Virgo is ruled by Make in my world. Look up Make or Make. It's spelled like make. Like you make, bake a cake, but it's Make. And it's some... I just say about to lie, because if you're familiar with the Orishas and you know the archetype of about to lie, that's really Virgo. That purity, that creation on a molecular level, like science, like to the itty bitty level, to the cells of a cell, to the parts of a cell type creation. And Make is that same archetype of about to lie, but with a different story from a different land, with a different plan, but the same story, like the creation shit. we the way in science, in astronomy, the way the universe is moving away or towards is something in the constellation of Virgo. So Virgo is the pussy of our universe. Like we came out of the womb of Virgo. So that's why Virgo holds that frequency, because it also reflects that way scientifically. This also will be turning into a mukbang. Cause I wasn't gonna order today, but my favorite taco place on Waiter, and I'm like, oh shit, bitch. Okay. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with my perception of Venus through the signs. I'll try to timestamp it after the fact, and if I do run out or something stupid happen, I'll type the rest up in the comment section and pin it, because I don't have time for YouTube shit. All right, so Aries, Venus and Aries. Venus and Aries, love language could probably be the most self-centered of the zodiac, and the most intuitive. And the most intuitive. And the most fucking intuitive when it comes to love language. Because if they know they self naturally, they can pick up on how you pleasure yourself, and they can mimic that. Notice Aries is close to Pisces, and Pisces kind of mimic and chameleon through everything. So Aries can pick up on that, and they can be some great pleasers, but they all about them being pleased. Aries don't like to come second. Aries don't like to be in competition. Their love language is very, very adventurous. They don't like routine, and it's also very independent. You must allow them space. You must respect their independence. Now, you do meet some Aries they on the lower end, and they still figuring themselves out. And when they in that space of independence, they probably doing the most to please themselves, because they still learning themselves. But in the mature state, Aries need that independence to work, get what they need to get done, to build themselves, to do what the fuck that they need to do, and you respecting their space is love to them, and I think that's every fire sign, honestly. Like, it's just it has to be about me. This is Aries. It has to be about me, but at the same time, I should be able to trust you when you have to give me space. When I want space, I should be able to trust you enough to still keep me first, but you use your space and the space that I'm giving you for yourself. And Aries can pick up on if a person is not really in themselves. And that's what I mean by intuitive. And once Aries Venus see that, it's easy for them on the lower vibration to fuck over you. Yeah. Yeah. It very easy. Very easy. Cause if you can't be alone, they already see that's a weak point, and that's how they will dominate the situation. You get bored quick and have to have space. Yeah, but in that space, they get bored quick too, the Aries Venus. But to keep the Aries Venus attention to where they don't want as much space from you, you got to change the scene. You got to be doing stuff with them, changing the scene, changing the environment. You got to keep them busy. You got to keep them stimulated. You got to be adventurous. Like, you have to be adventurous. You have to be like on the go. But do respect Aries when they do need to like recuperate. Because again, they're close to Pisces. They need to kind of adventuring, oh yeah, but they need to kind of go off to themselves again and get and connect back to self. They love through adventure. Like, if you meet an Aries Venus, you might wonder why they can't keep still. Like, say if you a very homebody and you meet an Aries Venus and they like on some independent shit, they gonna always be on the go. They gonna always be on the road. Kind of like Sagittarius, but not. Sagittarius will be like one to go here and yonder far, but Aries just got to keep moving. They gotta stay stimulated, and they will not try to love by keeping their partner stimulated, and they may see that relationships fail with like certain signs that are more homebody, and I'm gonna mention that with all the signs, because I'm gonna mention the misunderstandings, like Because differences make great balances, but sometimes when people still figuring themselves out, they won't. For some reason, people want shit just like them, and that's not good. You know, that's not always good. Wanting somebody just like you. A repel is waiting to happen. That's why I don't like this twin flame shit. You want somebody just like you wait for a repel to happen. But they might love someone with the venture, like, come on, let's go, take my hand. Let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go do this. I think the best Venuses for Aries Venuses will be Gemini Venus, other fire sign Venuses, but it may be overwhelming. And when it comes to like settling down, maybe a ground Venus, because you have to have someone that's grounded in love, that'll balance out that fire and love, you know. So the worst sign for Aries, or the most challenging sign for Aries Venus, would probably be a Cancer Venus, because of that natural square, and a Scorpio Venus, because of that natural square. More so Cancer. More so Cancer. Aries and Cancer have a funny relationship. I always talk about that. Um, Cancers do underline, slide shit to show their expression, and Aries is very direct. You need to tell Aries what the fuck going on, what you thinking, because Aries gonna tell you. So if you doing roundabout shit to express yourself, and Aries don't catch it, Aries gonna take it as if they're not into me. They're not into me. They're just not into me. Where they have to have their homegirl be like, you ain't see the nigga when they did XYZ, and Aries like, but they didn't tell me out their mouth that that's what that meant. So it's Cancer Venuses tread softly with their emotions, and cautiously, and like a crab, ready to pinch at any moment they feel the slightest change in environment. And see, Aries is around, you pinch around, they gonna ram the fuck out of you. And then Cancer run away feeling heartbroken, feelings hurt, because Aries was direct with them. Like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you're telling me. I don't know, whatever. But them squares, we need more patience with each other. It just requires more patience and understanding that your love language is not gonna be the same. Yeah, that's me, Cancer, Venus, really cautious. Right. They don't be trying not to tell you nothing. They just really cautious. They really, really cautious about their hearts and about their love language. Anything else about Aries? No, that's what I can think of. I just know they busy. They can be busybodies in love, but respect their space and be loyal to them while respecting that space. Like, if you somebody that can't be alone because you think every time Aries go off to themselves that they don't want you, or the energy of the relationship has changed, you know, just ask Aries, is everything okay? And they'll keep telling you, yeah. Like, that's one thing about Aries. They'll keep telling you, yeah. They may even try to, like, accommodate if you're honest with them. But if you do shit out of spite, and because you misinterpreted something a certain way, Aries gonna take it as if you don't give a fuck about them. Straight up. They taking it. Aries are very more practical than what people think. That sign. Like, so in Venus is more practical than what people think as well. It's like Aries on some, what I see is, because I'm impulsive, so what I see instantly, it just gotta be what it is. I'm not trying to, I don't have the time. I'm too into myself to have the time to dig and try to figure out what the fuck is going on with someone. Unless this person has like very intuitive water, something, Pluto, something aspect in their Venus. Because I'm just saying it with the signs alone. All right, so Taurus, Venus in Taurus. This Venus is exalted here, apparently, because this is Venus's home. Venus and Taurus, they love pleasurably. They love very artistically, but practically. I know some Venus. I've dated Venuses and Taurus. No, I haven't. That was Venus and Cancer. I dated like a lot of Venus and Cancer, but see, I have Venus and Pisces, so I understand it. It just be clashing with my Aries. Everybody that have a Venus and Cancer, it clashes with my Sun, because I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? I'm like constantly doing that with them. I'm constantly having to ask questions to Cancers, to Cancer energy, constantly. But Taurus. So Taurus is more practical in a material sense. You know how people say Taurus are materialistic? Taurus gonna show you they love you. Them the niggas, like, y'all be wanting niggas that really, if y'all want niggas that really love practically, you know how all the people be like, oh, I want somebody to pay this, to pay that. Get you a ground sign. But the thing is about Taurus, they're not gonna do what's unfair. They gonna only do what's required. They're not gonna do all that extra shit unless they really all in. Unless they really, really, really love you. Like married. And also Venus, the Venus sign, you really don't. I should have said it at the beginning. The Venus sign you really don't see from a person unless you live with them, or you actually married, or y'all been together on some common law shit to where y'all are interacting on and off within each other's dwelling space. You usually see it in a dwelling space. So that's another thing. It will come to play in the relationships, but not as much. Not as much, but it's still there. It's still to consider as far as love language. Taurus is not gonna love you with all that extra shit. They gonna make sure you got the necessity. They gonna make sure you done ate good. They gonna make sure you feel good. They gonna make sure you in good spirits. Taurus Venuses are good with water Venuses because they allow some type of sturdiness. They just it's a balance. Like it's some mud for that water. Hey Fifi, it's some dirt for that water. They're very sensual though. They love with touch. So if they at their lowest and they ain't got shit, they probably gonna be one of some of the best lovers because they on that Scorpio axis with Scorpio, and they're gonna be some of the best lovers like ever with touch and shit. So if you're a girl or boy watching this or whatever you identify as, you probably you're sensual as fuck, but you're a pleaser with your sensuality. Or some of you could be a receiver, because again, this is how we perceive. So we receive. You may receive or love to receive pleasure. Or I notice a lot of Taurus energy. When I think about Taurus, I think about girth. The word comes up to me, girth. Let me get one. I can't. Just shit that feel good. Just. But see, Taurus, if you're on the side where you just want to be pleased, you do have to remember to please the other person. Another disclaimer with the ground sign Venuses, within men. Now, once you pass Taurus and you go towards Capricorn and Virgo, according to where they at in life, especially if they older, they're gonna love you more financially, more practically than romantically. Like, I hear women complain, like, women be having all their bills paid, women be having all their car notes paid, their little money can go into a savings account, but I hear some women complain, like, they're not romantic. I just need to be romantic. That's the way you pop that off and you give it to them, like, fuck, like, brighten their life with it. But if that's your love language, that means it's something you perceive, you can give it to them to show them. You can enjoy them in that moment while giving them your love. You have to remind them because they be on some survival shit. And they ain't trying to, like, remember to buy you roses every other day if they trying to pay bills. So, the Christian worker. So, it's a running joke with, like, Virgo Venuses, though, that they non-romantic. They are romantic. They romantic enough if they making sure you taken care of. They make sure the house is straight. Like, but we're going to get to Virgo's love language. But But Taurus is different from the other signs. Um, they're very homey too. Very, very homey, home based. Again, making sure you ate, making sure you're comfortable, making sure you fed. Taurus Venus is probably that sign that's like, you ate yet? You ate today? My nigga, you hungry? If you a girl, you're gonna be hitting at the nigga, ooh, I'm so hungry. You ate today? Taurus is love, food, and things that bring them pleasure. My moon is in the second house, which is why y'all see me like I'm a mukbang bitch. I feel like I could be a mukbang bitch because that second house moon in Scorpio. My weight be going up and down dramatically, but not dramatically. Take that back. Get it out the air. I'm trying to think of what else with Taurus Venus. The negative sides of Taurus Venus. It is a fixed sign. So when it comes to getting them to understand a different love language, they'll probably be like, "Okay, I understand what you want, but I'm this is me." I see that in a lot of Taurus ascendants. I understand what you expect of me, but this is me. No matter where they at, they can be being idiotic. I understand what you want, but this is me. I understand, but this is what I'm used to. I'm not open to change like that. So do be aware that Taurus Venus is not that open to change unless they fuck around with somebody with a Scorpio Venus and they forced to go through the changes, because changes is something that have to be accepted throughout life, especially changes we don't have no control over. Thinking what else in Taurus? Taurus and Venus can get just as possessive as Scorpio. Yeah, just as possessive. Because once you love somebody, especially if you're married to them, that's your, Taurus inherently think of it as their property. They don't mean to, but it's theirs. It's mine. Y'all seen that meme when Taurus is like, mine, 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 mine. That's Taurus. That's mine. Taurus will whoop a bitch because that's hers. Taurus nigga will flash out on a nigga because that's his. It's very warrioristically possessive over what they cherish or what they perceive as their comfort. Because who they love and who they in love with, now that's a part of their comfort. Now that's valuable to them. That Taurus also is all about value and valuable things. This is why some Taurus can get materialistic. Taurus Venuses can make good sugar babies. I'm just saying, because they love valuable things. So Taurus love all things with value. It could be like a sculpture you found from ancient Africa that's worth over $5,000, but it got like 50 million cracks in it. Taurus gonna be like, oh, the value of it, even though it got 50 million cracks in it, just because it was next to Kuta Kinte or some shit. Like Taurus they're also very artsy. So pieces of artwork, home decor, like they like gifts like that. Like they love through gifts. Like, so if you with a Taurus Venus and they loving you through like artwork, home decor and shit like that, that's just how they love. Things that make your house look good, make you look good. Might be a fashionista on some shit, whether you're a dude or a girl, and you might, if you a fashionista, you might be that stylist to your boy. You might be dressing your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, and that's the way you love. Like, baby, don't wear that belt with that. Wear that belt, yeah, yeah, because that's your possession, and you want it to look good with you. I had a Taurus ascendant. He was sort of like that. He would. I love the fact. I mean, this may be too feminine for some other females, but I love the fact that if he saw something like going on, he would fix it for me before walking out the door, or fix my hair a certain way, fix my brow a certain way, and really be concentrated because his Virgo Mercury, he would be concentrated and fixing it. It would be something that he's doing like out of love. And that was a Virgo. I mean, the Taurus ascendant. So I'm pretty sure Taurus Venuses might do that same thing on some stylish shit. You know, look, seeing the beauty and shit, and kind of like naturally putting your touch, because Tauruses love touch, to it. Okay. Yeah, I love to decorate. I mean, I got good taste without trying. That's naturally. But is Scorpio more emotionally possessive? The Taurus is more physical. Scorpio and Taurus is both fucking possessive. Because Scorpio is physically possessive over shit they're emotional about, and Taurus is materially possessive over shit they're emotional about. So it's one and the same. They may express it differently. Scorpios may express it more emotionally, but Tauruses do express the shit when they usually express the shit when shit coming to an end of hit it. It takes a while for Taurus to get to that point where Scorpio is more water and they'll show you more, and I think that's why people trying to make them out to be different. It's really a mirror. And yeah, when it comes to axis, I'ma always tell you how both signs on the axis is the damn same. Always. I ain't for that which axis is worse than the other one. But yeah, I do see what you're saying, how Taurus is more physical, but they physically possessive because it's something that they're emotional about. And Scorpio is emotionally possessive over something they're physically possessive about, which sometimes can lead to sexual deception, because we're going to get deep. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that when we get to the malefic signs. I don't want to call them malefic. But Scorpio Venus automatically, not all y'all, but automatically is some type of introduction early to sex in life, or some type of sexual assault, or some type of sexual fucked upness that done happened in childhood that you wasn't ever asking for. That for some, and it for Taurus Venus is too. That whole axis for some reason is something with that with them from an evolutionary astrology standpoint. So when Scorpios be like that, we're gonna get into why they be like that. Do you think that's controlling in a way? Sounds like my dad, he's a Taurus sun. Fifi, what you mean controlling? Taurus and Scorpio can both get controlling. Venus, they can try to be. Try to be. Try to be. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I would not date no Scorpio Venus. And let me tell you something about them motherfuckers. We're gonna get to them. Anyways, Fifi, ask me your question. What you mean in a controlling way? Because I forgot, my short term memory is bad. And then we're gonna get to Gemini Venus, which is one of my favorite Venuses. Because this in people chart, when people be hollering about, oh, I'm poly, that Gemini or Sag, Jupiter, and Mercury in people's chart is what, in aspects of Venus, is what let me know if people got some hypersexuality going on. Because usually it's hypersexuality. But I have yet to see a polyamorous couple polyamorous based on survival. So until I see that, it's hypersexuality. I'm a moon and rising. What you say about Saturday? I'm not there yet. Okay. Like him fixing up you up. I'm a Taurus Venus, and I do the same, but it's how I like things to look or how I want things done. It can be controlling if it's some malefic aspects, like don't go out the house wearing that skirt. You look like a hoe. It can get that bad. But usually on a higher frequency, I think those pants look better than those shorts are. But they usually like attraction. So Taurus, Venus on high vibration, they'll tell you to go take the pants off and put on the coochie cutters. Like, put on them coochie cutters. Yeah. I want to see them niggas looking at your cheeks. Some niggas like that. Like, some dudes, like, they don't mind that, like yeah, that's what I got. But some people do, and it's just depending on what else is touching the person's Venus or what didn't happen in their life to make them like that and what they got to evolve from. But yes, that can get controlling on a negative thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Don't go out the house looking like a hoe. Okay, so Gemini Venus. My boyfriend always calls me controlling. Hey, love. There may be other aspects. Okay, so Venus and Gemini. This is one of my favorite signs because I'm an Aries and then my Mars is there, so it's like one of my favorites. So Venus and Gemini can give niggas a run for their money for one, but then how they perceive love on the basic is stimulation. A lot of stimulation and a lot of communication. The moment you're not communicating as you, but it's kind of tricky. That it's a tricky place. Tricky place. I feel like other air Venuses understand this sign the most, and fire Venuses can stimulate this sign enough, you know. But the thing is, with fire Venuses, with this sign, especially like an Aries and a Gemini, this is where it get kind of tricky because the Aries need its independence. The Gemini be needing this space too, but it's just that people be needing their space at different times, so it get confused. So a Gemini needs stimulation and communication, but it also needs its space. It also needs space is required. Like a mofo with them, like don't smother them. You can, but communicate. If you got to call and have a 20-minute conversation with them, just for a check-in, they usually take 3 minutes. That's Gemini shit. Like Gemini call in, they check in instead of like, hey, what you doing? What's up? Probably like a 20-minute conversation. Other air Venuses or other air signs may understand it because they talk like Furbies. All air signs to me are like Furbies. So, but for some fire signs, for ground signs especially, it may be a little overwhelming if they don't understand that that person needs communication. Like they just need to communication. They need to be stimulated. They need to know what's going on. They need to know what's up. Gemini is another sign where honesty is very important to them because they're gonna be honest with you whether you like it or not. In some instances in the chart, if Gemini is in the 7th house or the 5th house, I feel like if it's the 5th house, it's temporary polyamorous. And the 7th house, it could be problematic, probably polyamorous, like, or, and this is just the sign being in the house. It could be polyamorous for real, like on some survival shit. Like I truly see love in all people. I'm truly able to love more than one person, which everybody can, but it's just we fight back and forth with morals and shit. It's just Gemini won't have that inhibitor or that suppressant there when it's in the 7th house. So if you are dealing with like someone with that sign of Gemini in the 7th house, if they ain't got no planets in it, don't worry about it. Because this also makes them very creative with the fingers, very digitally and detailed, creative with bright colors and shit like that. So they love sparkly things. Gemini may also love, like, to get them to shut up, give them something sparkly. give them with something colorful and sparkly, or something to stimulate their minds, or like books, information and shit. Like, so Gemini Venuses may even gift their lovers with books, information, links to very educational fucking, very educational information. Different things, random things that they look up. They like a walking encyclopedia. They just know they love with information. And when it comes to sex, they are willing to try anything. They like to talk about it first before they do it. They like to discuss it because Gemini Venuses need to know what the fuck going on. And the moment you make them feel like they don't know what the fuck going on, that's when Chucky come out, and Chucky is usually distant. Like, I don't know why people be saying Gemini's Chucky be all just really bad or whatever. No, they become distant, and then you mad because you think Gemini don't want you no more because they just leaving your ass alone because they just take it as if you don't want to be bothered if you're not keeping communication with them. They ain't taking the person all the time. If they're on a high vibration, like, oh, okay, well, you not fucking with me right now, so I'm just not gonna fuck with you right now. But they not fuck with you right now may mirror how long it took them for you to get back at them. And that's just something natural. That's how Geminis naturally keep space. Am I right or wrong? Because this is what I've observed. I think that's my food coming throughout the years. Geminis on a lower level and Sagittarius on a lower level are probably hard to trust if you are looking for loyalty because they are very explorative. Think of that little boy in preschool that kiss you and then turn around and kiss 6 other girls. I had that happen to me in health class. And the teacher caught him doing it to another girl. And she started talking about germs. And now we grew up, and that same boy, he couldn't keep his dick in his pants. But now I'm starting to realize maybe that boy was sexually molested or introduced to something when he was little. That little somebody was fucking and sucking and kissing and hugging and doing the most around him. And he was mimicking at school like, oh, I like a girl. This is what you do to like a girl. Like, I'm starting to look at niggas and cheating differently. Like, niggas just be having sexual addictions out here. And they be trying to give it excuses. But anyways, Gemini can be a sign of sexual addiction. Because Gemini, people think Scorpio is the sign of sex. Nah, it's the sign of the energy of sex. It's the sign of what the sex do energetically. But Gemini is the sign of just sex. Sex is communication. Ooh. You got a pussy, I got a dick. Let's see what it do. Oh, you got parts, I got parts. Let's see what it do. Let's communicate. Let's just. So them signs be and when people say I can detach from sex, I need to see if there's some air or some Gemini in you. Because if you're saying I can detach from sex, you're most likely going through a sexual trauma, and Gemini probably is too. But it caused them to kind of for them to get like that. It's just professional casual sexters. Like, it can be like that. But when Geminis are in, they are all, look, see, they are all in. My food is here. So yeah, Geminis, when they are loyal, and they will be clingy, almost clingy loyal. The next to Cancer. Ooh, hello. Okay, I need to find my bottle opener and I'm coming. But yeah, Gemini is all in. All in or nothing. But when they all in and you fuck over them, bruh. Let me tell you, hold on. They'll flip on your ass so goddamn fast. You wouldn't know what fucking hit you. Hold on. I ain't go too ham today. I just got tacos and some chips and salsa because my child is about to come home and I know he's gonna want a snack. And I don't feel like going to the grocery store today. So, yeah. I'm not going nowhere. Today I'm not going. No, well. Hey, AJ. The facts on my Venus, I'm super loyal. Though, if my Cancer sun, though, because of my Cancer sun moon, I don't really become aroused unless I'm in love. And when I am, I'm a freak. I feel like that about Geminis too. I feel like it's more so mental stimulation. I feel like that. Damn. Well, so much for the lime. When the lime don't squeeze. When the lime don't fucking squeeze. Okay, so today I'm eating this place called Carol's off Jackson Street. It's not on Jackson Street, but it's like over there around Chuck E. Cheese, 3 Potato Moore if you're in Alexandria. And they some Pentecostal Mexicans that own it, and they food be good as hell. And I be up in there when I be eating at a restaurant. How great is our God? Amen. How great is our God? Because they be playing that type of music, and I be just the ball and eating this food because they got the best fucking Mexican food in Alexandria. So yeah, I just had to pray. That's my way of praying over my food. Let me show y'all this. These are pork tacos, and I just said I was done eating pork, but fuck it. Okay, you just have to be honest with Gemini's. Yeah, they appreciate honesty, whether brutal or not, though. And that's how they know you all in, if you can be completely honest with them and transparent with them. Like, transparency is a big thing for Gemini's. People don't think that. People give Gemini's a lot of flack. But if you're honest with them, they'll respect you. Like, I was honest with my boyfriend, Gemini's son, about cheating on him. And I mean, he was hurt. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because you was honest. When mental stimulation meets physical attraction, it's best for Geminis. Right. Has to be mental. Gemini's just not doing no shit. Just to do the shit. Being honest goes a long way, right? So, I'm a Scorpio moon. My sister is a Gemini moon. So, this is how I know Gemini and then AJ Gemini. But I know Geminis know so well, and then I have a Gemini Mars, which is expressed differently. It's more so expressed in my sexuality, come to find out, but bit my fucking tongue. But yeah, I want to do a Mars series because people don't understand Mars, and that's why Marilyn came to me. But yeah, like Gemini's on a lower level, probably be hard to trust if they still figuring themselves out. But when they're all in, they are all in, and it's almost clingy in. Like, you gonna hear from them. You gonna hear from them every day. So yeah, I used to hate Geminis because they stay starting shit with me. I can't deal. What's your sign, Fifi? Because with Gemini women, we could be the best of friends, but sometimes it was this one Gemini, this older woman. Maybe she had a moon sign. Maybe her moon sign was Scorpio. And that's probably why we clashed. Because it was like, bitch, you know what you're not about to do. But I don't know. It was just one problem. Only one Gemini I had a problem with. And that was the older lady. Because she was being ignorant. And I wasn't doing her at the avenue. But she couldn't express to her that dude that was doing her wrong what the fuck was going on, so she'll bring her chaos to work. And because a nigga was an Aries and I was an Aries, she was doing me like my mama did me behind my daddy. It's like, bitch, what you not gonna do is Dionne Warwick me. Alright? So yeah, Aries, no, it's the Gemini man. I went right now. Oh, I used to. I don't know. I fuck with Geminis. He be starting shit. I can't deal. I haven't met a Gemini male with a water moon. I feel like if I met them with a water moon, I would be more suitable for a Gemini male. But because of my Scorpio moon and my emotions, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure they will understand back and forth, but the pendulum, because Gemini is like a sort of a pendulum swing within itself. That's why nobody like Trump, because Trump represents the whole United States contradictions. And what? So, I just feel like that, but I get along with all of the Geminis. I do not like Geminis, even I was even mad when I found out my Venus is Gemini. I cannot deal. You got to learn to love it because that's your love language. They cool now, I understand now. And communicating Aries are physical. Right. Aries are physical. We have to practically see shit. You have to practically outright show us shit. Because we going to either ask questions or we just going to assume that it ain't what it is. And people be like, you can't see the love. You can't be telling me I'm the best lover you ever had one day. And then the next minute, go fuck your baby mama. That's your Aries. Practically, you must don't give a fuck. Because I'm not trying to be second to nobody. So if you still give a fuck about her, go patch that up. Go do that. Well, in my early life, I was a pick-me. But now it's like, nah, fuck that. Go patch that up. Go do that. Go work on that. And that's when niggas naturally make 1,000 excuses on why the situation bad, but they can't stop fucking a person. Okay, so with Gemini Venus, we said honesty, loyalty. On a lower vibration, if you trigger them though, they will switch on your ass like a station once they get tired. And then they can flip-flop whenever they want. And now you don't know who you're dealing with. And now people say they bipolar because you done triggered them. They don't know how to deal with you no more. So they reflecting your contradictions. That's what Gemini here for. They're here to reflect people's contradictions. So Gemini Venus, on the lower vibration, you do have to watch them because that's my baby coming in. Hold on. Hey. Hey, baby. I got some chips. And dip. And dip. Mm-hmm. Some dip and sauce. I know you don't eat guacamole, but you need to eat some.
Avocado special.
Uh-oh, wait, watch it.
I got some new shoes. I got new shoes.
You got new shoes? Yeah, my room is, I'm straightening up clothes. But yeah, I'm coming, y'all. This is what I put on the elevator music, so hold on 1 second. Oh, when people come in, tell them I'm coming right back. Oh, wow. I like these.
Thank you. It's not.
Look like you warm.
No,
I like them. Oh, I like them too. And I like these red pants you got on.
it's shorts.
Let's see. It look nice. Give me a hug. I missed you.
I miss you too.
Later you can go outside, but just wait till it get cool because it's too hot right now. Ain't nobody outside. So it's the official end of your punishment. Now go out there acting a fool, but we're going to have a talk before we go out there. Because I want you to kind of write what not to do out there.
Well, what happened to your nails?
What happened to my nails? I took my nails off. So, and they look ripped because I had to take them off.
How's mine better than yours?
Because your finger shape different than mine. You got my shaped thumb, but you got your daddy's fingernail, your thumbnail, but you got my shaped thumb. Yeah. All right. But come get some of this food. You want a taco? Or you want to come taste some of it?
I'll taste some of it.
Mm. Taste some of the meat. I know you don't like the onions. If you like it, I'll give you a whole taco.
What's this?
Onion. Eat the onion. It tastes good, don't it? Really? What you want me? You ate? Want me to pick some fish? Who me?
You.
7 and
And women,
1/2. 7, 7.5.
you got some brand new shoes in. What's up in there?
What?
You got some brand new shoes. You ain't never wore.
Which ones? What color?
Black and white.
Nikes.
What size they? Is it 6 youth?
Like I said,
7 youth?
yeah,
He done grew out of them though, huh?
yeah.
I go get some shoes from your daddy. I'll wear them if you grew out of them. But yeah, okay. I be trying to punk. So we at Gemini. Oh, Kaz, you never really wore these.
I don't even know.
Oh! When you get some new shoes out your baby closet because his daddy keep them laced.
Man, you can fit them.
I sure can, like perfectly.
I don't
You
even
got them
know.
swimming too.
Huh? I saw it. He showed me. I like them too. So I got some new shoes, y'all.
Give me a hug.
Why?
You got to work.
Why?
I love
Because
y'all.
Kaz grew out of them. And my feet small. Love you.
Hey, Joe. Y'all be good.
All right, go shut that door, Kaz. And if you hot, cut the air on.
I can't stand hotness.
So damn.
I know.
Got me a young new pair of shoes on my baby closet.
I got no the size 8.5 to the
Huh?
size 9.
Hmm?
Size 8.5 and the size 9. That's my new size.
Gotcha. I like these red shorts on you. Want to come say hey to everybody?
I'm coming everybody.
Hmm?
I'm coming everybody.
I be trying not to punk him. He still be talking shit. Geminis will hurt your feelings if they won't. Fakey sneaky has been my experience with those ones. I come across. You have a Venus in Aries.
Venus?
Mm-hmm. Your Venus is in Aries.
Oh, that makes me make the perfect matches.
I mean, it's according to who you with, who you get with in the future.
Hello, everybody. Thanks. But yeah, zodiac signs.
We're talking about their Venus signs.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Ask them what their Venus signs is.
We are Venus signs.
We stopped at Gemini.
We are Venus signs. I know you
And when I
texting.
say, I mean, hopefully in their own way. They just come off overly confident, but I think they low-key shy. Gemini, if you talking about Geminis, yeah. Some Geminis be low-key shy, not all of them. But I've met Geminis that were low-key shy, and it's like, what you shy for?
All right, all right.
So your Venus in Cancer.
Venus sign.
Your daddy Venus in Cancer. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I mean, like Venus and Cancer, I'm familiar with.
Because you got Cancer inside you somewhere.
I have Lilith in Cancer, and I think that's why they don't work.
What? Shut up, little boy. Who are you talking about? Thank you, whoever called me for to.
Cutie patootie.
Who said that?
That's what Lula said.
Cancer? Dang. Thanks, Lily.
My Venus sign is in Gemini.
I'm an Aquarius.
Not Aquarius, Venus though. Okay. So anything else about Gemini? I think we talked a lot about Gemini because Gemini is Gemini season. I personally love. I never met a Gemini. My best friend is a Gemini Venus. Now the thing is, when they are loyal, they are very sexual and can be. I feel like they can be very horny towards whoever they're loyal to.
No, that's Scorpio.
You don't even know what that word means. How you know what that word means to say Scorpio? Get out. Get out. Get out now. Get out. No. You can't be in this conversation. Huh?
Thank you.
You're welcome. But no, you're welcome to some of these chips and dip. Like, come through. And try some of that guacamole.
I remember my sister said fat day.
What?
She said fat day.
Who's Fat Daddy?
I don't know.
Bye. fat daddy.
Huh?
Ain't nobody say no fat daddy to me.
Takara.
Takara.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
My
somebody called me
sister.
fat daddy. Oh, when she gave her the phone the other day and she was going, hi, hi. I didn't know what she was saying, but she just hung up the phone. Baby, be careful. Don't put it on the floor. Get it up. Yeah, let's go off of Geminis. Y'all gonna leave Geminis alone. I love Geminis. I understand. Me being bipolar, I understand that Gemini is here to reflect everybody else's contradictions. So if you are dating a Gemini and you having trouble with them, then you ask yourself, where are you contradictory?
I don't
Because
like
they're only
Gemini.
reflecting that.
I don't like them.
And if you're not being honest with them and shit, they're gonna reflect that same thing back to you. So, but if the Gemini moving around in their own contradictions, you know, just be honest with them. And if they don't treat that honesty right, then they'll learn later on how to be honest. Thank you. He's been gone for like a week and a half. So shit, miss my baby.
I want to come back with you
I know.
so we can spend some time together. We
I
can
know.
probably go to a water park or a splash pad.
Right, we'll do that in June.
It's almost June.
I know. If not June, July. We may do Air U next week though. For you going to the next grade.
I'll try not to get that tired.
Okay, you tight. Mama want to jump on Air U. Can I jump on them? Can adults jump on them? They let adults jump on them? The teachers were jumping? Okay, cool.
This my teacher.
Okay, because I want to jump. We're going to jump together.
Because the teacher was an average just like you.
Exactly.
Her name is Steve. She's my best teacher.
Exactly, because I'm a big ass kid and I want to jump too. But they contradict themselves. Yes, they do. But it may be some internal stuff going on, and that's why they contradict
Let's
themselves.
do some jumping. Let's do some jumping. Let's do some jumping. Let's do some jumping. Get
Hold on, let me take a bite of this taco, and then we're gonna move on to Cancer. Unless y'all not finished ragging on
Dad do Leo.
Geminis.
Can you tell me what I can do Leo? Can you tell me what I can do Leo? The Cancer.
Do you know what Leo Venus is?
Grandmas? Money.
I didn't say who. I said, do you know the energy of it yet?
They're strong.
But you're still talking about the sign in general. You haven't been studying the Venus signs. You know the moon sign.
I'm a Cancer moon.
I'm telling the truth now. Good.
Taurus moon.
No, you're not.
Love
Get
and
out.
justice.
Get out. Get out. So silly. Okay.
Cancer moon, Libra ascendant.
Hmm?
Cancer moon, Libra ascendant.
He know his ascendant too, y'all. He know how to use cafe astrology, not so I fucked around and showed him cafe astrology. So if he got your birth time, he putting it in that bitch. And then he gonna argue with you if you put it in there wrong.
Yep, I know many.
No, you was just aggravating Nene. You was trying to aggravate her. We don't know her birth time.
But she was a Taurus moon.
Huh?
She was a Taurus moon.
No, she's a Taurus Gemini moon.
No, she's a Taurus moon. I got
Anyways. Back. Okay, so Cancer Venuses. Now, them motherfuckers. I know them motherfuckers all too well. All too well.
Oh no. I forgot about something about that girlfriend house. Yearbook. I was about to tell them that zodiac sign. I'll do that one time.
No, I'm gonna call him and tell him no. You know, ain't nothing gonna happen to it over there.
But the car might probably throw away. Yes, he throws stuff away. She was slam dunk.
Well, you better call tell your daddy to find your book for that baby, tear it up. Okay. I All right, so Cancer Venuses. I love this Venus because I'm a Pisces Venus. I love it. I love it. I love it. But there's some things about it. No, I think it was the other Cancerian shit in this person's chart that clashed with me, but I love this sign. Okay, so Cancer Venuses, they are very homey. Think of them as mothers. Think of them as the mother, the classic 50s stay-at-home mom, no matter if they're male or female. The classic 50s stay-at-home mom, taking care of the house, rather cook the meals, they would rather have movie night at the fucking house than go out. Very homebody. They appreciate being at home. You know, if they're close to you, y'all gonna be doing family shit all the time. It's always a family affair with them. Who they love is like family. Who they love, they will mother. Yes, that's Cancer Venus. Cancer Venus. Cancer Venus. That's Cancer Venus. But they do got some shit with them. Because a lot of us grow up, I love me at home, but stay at home mom never. No, that don't mean that y'all stay at home mom. That's just the archetype, the energy. No, I'm not saying that.
Excuse me.
So no, I'm not saying that. They would make good stay at home moms. But that's only if they paired up with some type of strong Capricorn energy and you know a person is paying the bills and you don't mind being at home. But you know, homebody is really what I meant. Oh, you lucky I didn't know that was in there. You saved me a piece?
Half.
You put it back in the refrigerator for me?
This?
When you half in it? That's good. That's good. That little piece right there is good. Let's put it in the refrigerator for me. Thank you.
Okay.
But his dad is actually a Cancer Venus. And when we were together, we were both really homebodies, low key. He would be the one doing all the cooking. And I'd be like, he be inventing all different types of shit. And I was in the kitchen on the stool, big and pregnant, ready for this food. No matter what he cooked. Very home, making sure you good. He is a Taurus moon along with it too, so it's a good balance. It's a good balance. It was opposing my moon. I think Taurus moons understand Scorpio moons the most, but it's just depending on where the Taurus is at, whether they're going to deal with it or not, or whether they're going to be accepted or percepted, and that's their choice. They don't have to be. But, there's another Cancer Venus, but Chiron is on his Venus. So, he is walking around life pretending like I'm not deserving of a home. I don't want to be normal. I don't want the family life. But yet, when he sees shit that remind him of family, or when there was pregnancy scares, this nigga is crying and shit like, this is all I really wanted. I really wanted a child. I was crying too because I was happy he was crying. Like that was some type of moment for him. But I was trying to tell him, I don't know this for sure yet. I don't know this for sure, so please don't go tell everybody. He told every fucking body, and it's like, oh my God, I did not know yet, son. I'm telling you, all I told you is that my period was late and I'm sick. And sometimes when your period late, if your hormones are strong, sometimes it'll make you sick. Pregnancy symptoms and period symptoms be the same, especially when it's shifting. But this person was also proof of loving family life, loving the family life, loving to have the family together. They would probably want their lovers and their family to get along. They'll bring them together. They really Non-superficial with the way that they love. Very non-superficial. The least superficial sign. It's the little things, the home things. Cancer Venus is like letters and poetry. Like they'll write you letters and poetry or keep trinkets or buy you little trinkets and shit. They love in a very homing way, motherly way. Now, when men, because of how society is set up, and this is where I'm gonna get go to the negatives. It makes them feel like that shit uncomfortable and like they can't beat it. It makes them feel like they can't beat it, you know. And that's why I don't really agree with like making fun of the femininity in niggas, because this is why niggas is imbalanced now, because you know they don't like, you can't be making fun of a nigga that's emotional and then at the same time you niggas bitches around him mad because niggas ain't got no compassion. Like the Cancer male, whether it's sun, moon, rising, whatever, is a perfect example of, or the perfect product of what happens when you take a sensitive person and you keep bashing them and bashing them and bashing them. What they do, they shell up, they act hard, but they still sensitive at the core. And this is why a lot of Cancer elements are not fully direct when it comes to what they're trying to express. They will express it in doing subtle things. So with a male, appreciate that sensitivity. If you've been wanting somebody that's understanding or whatever, like they can do bitch ass shit if they walking around insecure and shelling up and acting cold, but really they crying in the corner in secret. But respect that sensitivity in males when they have a Cancer Venus, please. Right. Don't be part of the problem. Especially if you're female, don't be part of the problem. Calling niggas bitch ass this, bitch ass that. I think it only gets called out when the niggas be in denial of how they truly feel and how they emote. And they act the opposite way, which winds up being toxic. And then it draws more negative attention to them. So I get it in this sense. But don't be just making fun of nigga because he soft. Don't do that. Because that's one of the softest signs. And I love it because it mellows me out. Venus Cancer just wants someone to have quality time and eat food. Exactly. My favorite things to do is just that. Right. One of my Cancer, and I'm a foodie, and one of my other Cancer Venuses, God bless his soul, because Chiron is on his Venus. So he's just, for some reason in his life, he feel like he don't deserve it. For some reason, it's a wound in his life that makes him go further and go on and move the way he moves. But he really cherishes having a family and home life. Yet he fuck over the people that want that with him, and then he wonder like you're activating Chiron yourself because you're scared that whatever reason that Chiron is there from what you seen in your childhood, you scared you gonna play that out again, but you be aggravating the situation to cause it to fuck up. Because when it be all good, you get bored and you do shit, you cause it to fuck up because of your insecurities. So Cancer elements can do some wild shit out of insecurity. Sounds like me and my Capricorn moon playing. Like I'm not a hopeless romantic and that wants a family one day, but that's like a big, big dream for me. Yep. That's everybody thing. And I feel like the only reason we say we don't want it is because we feel like we can't get it or can't have it. So yeah, that's Cancer Venus. And Cancer Venus women, it's easier for women to be in their Cancer Venus than a male. Do keep that in mind. It's very hard for them to be that. I don't want no soft nigga. I don't want no. And it's like, but you want somebody to be compassionate about your emotions. You want somebody that's emotionally intelligent. Stop playing on niggas' emotions, for real. Like, my child got a Cancer Venus. And that's how I'm learning to stop doing that to them. Alright, don't do that to me. Alright. Leo. Venus and Leo. Venus and Leo. I'm supposed to have been through this. I might have to stop and finish it later. Venus and Leo. All right. Now, Venus and Leo, this is the most flamboyant of the love languages. They love dramatically. They love with gifts. They love gifts. They love to gift. But it can become problematic when the person... Damn, why you see me in this house? It can become problematic when the person that they're with is like non-superficial. They'll think the person is just buying them. You ever hear people like their parents or their lovers are like buy them gifts? I think somebody here said that about they'll buy me gifts, they'll buy me gifts. Whoever said that and you hear, what's your lover's Venus sign? It's probably a fire sign. But they buy you gifts, all Taurus. And you're like, well, I don't want that. I just want this to matter. I want that to matter. Now, Leos are probably also one of the most loyal signs of the zodiac when they are more mature, when they are aware of their love language. They are very loyal of their pack or their pride. And who they love is a part of their pride. So they're very fiercely protective over this person. Also, with this Gemini Venus, their displays of love, or when y'all argue or something, the display of emotion may be very dramatic, very, very, very outward, very external. You will always know what your Leo and Venus lover is feeling. The moment you don't know, they sneaking and doing shit. Like, that's how obvious it is. What you got? Don't eat all them Snickers at once. Eat 2 of them. You just had a big Hershey's bar. I don't want you to be diabetic. Huh?
I want you to get some.
Huh?
Wait, you would get some.
I don't eat Snickers.
Wait a minute.
I don't like peanuts.
Peanuts?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, we both don't like peanuts.
I like peanuts, but I don't like them as high as chocolate. But can I have that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Hang on, another one. Hold on, let me squeeze. Man, no juice really coming out of it.
I washed my hair today.
Hmm?
Washed my hair with shampoo.
You washed your hair.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be retwisted.
Smell
Mm.
it. See?
Wear your black thing that you're supposed to be wearing on your head.
Am I wrong? It's wet?
Because you got lint in your hair.
Lint? What's lint?
The clothes dust. Pieces of clothes balls. Like this. This get in your hair and it piles up. And then you have lint balls in your dreads. So that's why I tell you to wear that black, because you sleep on your... See, this is lint. This is lint. That's a piece of lint. No, that white piece, that's lint.
Mm.
And that build up in your hair. And then your hair be looking ashy.
Mm.
That's lemon. That's lime. Lord on. Okay. My Aries sun is also Aries Venus. Accurate, I'm a Leo. He's cute, loving the mommy and son moment. Aw. But Leos are fierce. They love fiercely. So if you ain't about that dramatic love and you just want that chill love, Leo ain't the one for you, because they gonna show you they fucking love you. And they are very all out. So don't be... The worst thing you can do to a Leo Venus is feed them a fucking... is sell them a fucking dream. Do not sell Leo and Venus's fucking dreams. They already have a wild outlook enough. And what I mean by wild, a very, very, what's the word? Grandiose outlook on romance as it is. Don't sell them dreams. I think selling Leo moons and selling Leo Venus's dreams be the thing that break their heart the most. Because they will really believe in you. Fearlessly. Believe in you. And then you feed them, you writing checks that your ass can't cash. Or writing checks with your mouth that your actions cannot cash. So if you can't do it, can't be it, don't sell it. Don't sell them dreams. Now on the flip side, a negative Leo Venus, if they don't feel good about themselves, they can sell dreams, but that's only because they trying to really serve what they are mentioning, but they just fall short. But that comes from motherfuckers selling them dreams all their life. Or seeing their family getting sold dreams. So, make sure y'all like this video too. Like. Even if you're just viewing from afar. Leos, like Aries, can be self-centered when it comes to love as well. But they love with gifts. But the thing about these gifts, they kind of be one-upping themselves on gifts. Like, I got the best gift. I get you good gifts. Gifts, grandiose, love, extravagance. Lifestyle of the rich and famous type shit if they got money. If not, they'll break their neck getting you what you want. And it's most likely because that's how they got shown love their whole life, So do remember that that's their love language. These will go better with other fire signs or air signs. Now, maybe challenging because Leo and Aquarius is the most challenging axis to me. I'm like, why God did that to them? That's the most challenging axis. I just be watching the motherfuckers on back and forth. And I'm like, poking things. Because Leo is looking at itself without trying, and Aquarius is looking at itself and Leo trying too hard. They're gonna be looking at each other. I know, right? Why, God? But Leos on a higher vibration, they worship honesty as well. Like, if you can't meet the needs if you can't meet them and know you falling short, know you ain't perfect, tell them. Because you can tell them you the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and they grandiose love that's really genuine work actively on the potential of making you Prince Charming or making you Princess whoever when you feel like Richard Jane Jones or whatever. Like, if you tell them you feel like that, or I'm not, whatever, I don't think I'm the best person for them, they'll be like, well, you are you're fine just the way you are because of their grandiose view and perception of love. Like they will love the fuck out of you just the way you are if you're loyal to them and you're honest to them. But if you sell them dreams, you'll break their heart and they'll never trust you again. Never trust you again. Because they're going to go all out for you. Alright, so Virgo. Virgo is a very interesting one. Because this is probably, they say Virgo is debilitated. Venus is debilitated in Virgo. But that's only because all the creation becomes very practical. And like it's supposed to be. Because even when you're creating this water bottle, or you're creating this Coke bottle. So you're creating this Coke bottle for this Coke. It's a product. It's business. You creating a Coke business. Or you creating a science world, or whatever it may not be the most flamboyant art displays being displayed. It may not be the most romantic of display being displayed. They're not gonna always remember to pick up the roses when love to them is when they getting home off of an 8-hour shift. I'm gonna wash my baby dishes because they probably tired. Like they're thinking they love from a holistic, practical level, if that makes sense. So you do have some suave ass Virgos out here. Virgo Venuses too. Like Virgo suns and moons can be suave. They be sexy as fuck too. They be feeling all imperfect in their head, but their bodies be banging. Especially the female Virgos I know. Like, what the fuck you insecure for? Like, fine as fuck. Like, no matter how they shape, they just it just oozes. They ooze this perfection because of the wheat sifting. Like they wheat is already sifted, but the world make them feel like they imperfect. So you do have to also realize that because of Virgo Venus being debilitated, they already went through a lifetime of verbal abuse from somebody in their family, or even sexual abuse. They also maybe never got the extravagant gifts. They didn't probably get the gifts for graduation. They didn't probably get the gifts for their birthday. They probably got the regular, oh, okay, mama actually cooked today. Usually mama don't cook. Mama actually cooked. Daddy pulled out the pit. He usually don't pull out the pit. Damn, mama actually cleaned the house for the people to come over. Like, because they've seen people and their imperfections be perfect for other people. And it's kind of like a Pisces. I'm going to compare it to Pisces when I get to Pisces. So they love people regularly. Like, you don't expect a lot out of Virgo when it comes to this. You know, unless they have something else aspect in their Virgo that's positive. Don't be expecting all the lavishness. If they are being lavish, it's because they feel like they are helping. They love by helping you. They love by knowing that they can be of service. They love by servicing you. And servicing you is not always romantic. Hello? 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 Too long. And then you say hello after I say hello. How many times? Quickly. Okay. So Virgos are very critical. And it's because, again, they went through a lifetime of being critiqued. Like, in the midst of them trying to be perfect and always trying to be perfect, somebody was always bringing out what was imperfect. So, constructively, this makes Virgo a great judge if they learn how to use it constructively, because they can give someone else constructive advice. But if all they had in their head was somebody just being mean, when they get triggered or upset, they can tell these truths in a very harsh way. And that's only just to bring the attention off of their imperfectness. So, yeah. Ew. I can't stand that. But that's only to bring the attention off of their imperfectness. So, don't criticize a Virgo. Don't tell them that they born. You gotta just understand that that's a debilitated sign. And if you romantic, if you the romantic type, then bring that into their life. Understand that love language is not for them. Knock their socks off. Sit their ass down. Tell them stop servicing me for one day and service them. It'll fucking blow their mind. Like, and you'll be like, why is it such a mind blower? Throw them a party. Throw them an appreciation party. Like, you have to remind Virgo constantly that they're appreciated. They're going to always remind you that you are if they love you. They might not do it verbally, even at times. They're going to tell you they love you all the time. But they're going to do shit by helping you and doing for you. And if you don't recognize that language, you can miss out on some shit that may be important to you as you get older. So, yeah. So, that's that with that. Okay, so, Libra. Libra is ruled by Aries, as we talked about. It's almost damn near like having Venus in Scorpio, but not quite. Not quite. When a Libra love you and they decided upon you, they're decided upon you. You ever seen this line in a movie where the girl was like, I decided on you? To me, that's Libra vibes. I wish I could find that clip and insert it here. I think it was The Notebook. I don't want to say it was, but she was like, I decided on you. When they decided on you and they made a choice and you in their life and you in their life, and they a Libra Venus, don't take that shit lightly, because when they not that way, all my boyfriends are Venus and Libra. Yeah, when they single, whatever, and before, like when it's coming to a time for them to settle down, I'll be with somebody, they're very indecisive about it. So when they decided on you, don't do nothing unfair to them. Because once they decided on you, they're working on being the most fairest, equal partnership it can be. They're all about being fair. Like the myth is what's the name? The apple Eris. Y'all heard about the Trojan War and Aphrodite and all them when they was having a pussy is the best contest? This is what I call it, but anybody else will call it something else. They're supposed to be on a beauty pageant or whatever. They was having who pussy is the best orgy. And they was like, ooh, Aphrodite got the best pussy. And Eris was like, well, damn, why ain't even nobody invite me to this event? So y'all trying to say that I ain't shit? Okay. So Eris crashed the party. And I feel like she popped it open, busted open after they picked the winner. And I was like, whoa, but wait. Eris pussy is the best. And, you know, in this, they say Eris threw a golden apple into the party. But, you know, every time you see apples, fruits, oranges, that's pussy. That's pussy. Adam and Eve, that was pussy. They fucked too early. Adam and Eve fucked prematurely. God wasn't ready for them to fuck yet. He had some developing to do. That's why Lilith ran off. You know, Lilith was like, nah, this ain't homie. This ain't what's about to pop. You're not about to force me, and then when something pop off, you blame it on me. So she ran to the demons because she knew if she did it, they was going to label her a demon anyway. Or fucked up like they did Eve. So she ran. So apple of discord was Eris, you know, popping it off at the party, being uninvited. And they was like, well, Eris wasn't even invited. You already picked the winner. Blah, blah, blah. So a whole argument started, which supposedly led to the Trojan War. Aries. So yeah, Aries is all about fairness. Aries, that it doesn't like to be left out. So Libra doesn't like to feel left out. If they included you and decided on you to be in their life, don't cheat on them. Because you'll activate a part of them that'll never be able to go back to the way it was. Then you'll be like, I can't trust my Libra. I can't trust my Libra. Because I've seen a lot of Libra women finally click on niggas and they don't respect them after the fact. But that's Libra sun sign. But I imagine Libra Venus is like this because it's in a little deeper. Hey, Blue Leaf. Hey, Age Gang. So yeah, Libras love in a very romantic way. Now this is where the romanticism comes back into it. It loves in a seductive, charming way. Would charm the fuck out of you every day. If you love a Libra and a Libra Venus, they are very charming. You know, if they, not to themselves, they charming you effortlessly. Just being the way they are because they love you. And that's what comes alive when they feel loved. So appreciate that. Sometimes you may have to decide for things with Libra because they've decided on you and they focusing on what they've decided on. So that's why Aries and Libra is a perfect polarity, because when Libra can't decide, when they are focusing being decisive on something, Aries can take over and decide for them, or someone else can take over and decide for them when it, and they have to trust you to be able to lead in that way. They're not gonna let anybody just lead them and decide for them once they've decided on you. So a lot of people like to say that Libras be losing themselves, and people, it's like, no, once they decided on you, they concentrate on deciding on you and making that a fair exchange as possible. So a lot of people give Libra flack for that, but no, that's just how they operate. That's their love language. My love language is acts of kindness, period. If you can't lend a helping hand, I don't want you. I think that's everybody's. I can do. Hey, Charlotte. And JW. So, y'all ready for Scorpio? Who in here has a Scorpio Venus? Or is dating a Scorpio Venus? Hey, Life for Destiny. I think everybody, hey, everybody on here. Picasso. Oh, you good? Y'all good? Just make sure y'all like. Thank y'all for the likes. I seen everybody like that. So this is like a bug box too. You remember the time when we fell in love? Okay. Y'all ready for Scorpio? Scorpio and Venus is probably one of the most misunderstood Venus signs. Probably the most intense. I could have almost had sex with one of them. But they was walking in they bitch assness, like they true bitch assness, because they wasn't accepting the fact that they were sensitive. They're like they was some type of hard god. It's like, nah, my nigga, you sensitive. Don't be acting like you can play on people's emotions, my nigga. You sensitive as fuck. You was a Scorpio Cancer with a Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, born on the same day as Drake, the same day as Drake, like not even different year, the same day. No, not Drake, Miguel. What? Same twice, the same axis. That October 23rd, October 24th axis, and I usually meet people from that axis every so often in life. I run into one of these people from the axis, but I know this to be their friend now, and don't take it no further because they meant to be friends. I love this axis. I love that date because they be having natural trauma, charisma from Libra, but then they be deep and all in like Scorpio. But when it's a male with these water Venuses, again, it's harder for them to kind of move in that. So what happens when a male has Scorpio Venus, they'll be kind of scared to really just get involved with people. They'll be definitely fucking afraid. It'll take survival for them to get involved with somebody or somebody they can depend upon. They usually gravitate towards codependent relationships, and this is males. Females is a little bit easier for them. But it's like they become ashamed of that intensity. But the thing is, when they become ashamed of that intensity and try to hold that back, playing games with a motherfucker, and then the motherfucker think that you don't want them no more because you acting like you playing dead, playing possum on love, the person moves on, or the person makes a move that makes the Scorpio Venus that feels the prophecy, the self-fulfilled prophecy of the Venus in Scorpio, and then they go ham. It's a lot of times I've heard of Scorpio Venuses. I'm a Scorpio Moon, and I kind of go ham. So it's a lot of times I heard of Scorpio Venus, men and women going ham. Like once they get attached to you, whether they showing that they're attached or not, and you show any signs of like moving away, that possessiveness comes out. And with a man, it can hit you out the blue. Because it's like they can be doing all the shits, fucking all the bitches just to try to pretend they don't like you. And the moment that you step out, or you like, I'm done with this relationship because I don't know what the fuck going on, they will go ham. So the thing about Scorpio Venus, you have to tread lightly with them and not be afraid of them. You have to really have a capacity of compassion and honesty for those types of beings. And you have to kind of, with the males, you have to kind of know when they're lying to themselves and kind of let them know, like, if you're not going to be direct and be honest about how you feel, I want to let you know that I have the capacity, because I know that you feel a lot and you feel emotionally, which usually is a Pisces that can really handle Scorpio the best, kind of can withstand tornado. It's like a Pisces can kind of just sit there while the Scorpio is being intense, and the Pisces can feel it, but they don't have to react. They can hold good space. Capricorn Venus can hold good space for Scorpios too, but I don't know about long term, because the Capricorn Venus, you just don't want to bring the devil out of a Capricorn. You just don't. You know, you can bring the devil, you can provoke the devil to come out of them, and you don't want to do that. But eventually that will. If you're not appreciating that Capricorn Venus and you keep acting like that, I'm not doing this. Goodbye. You know. And they will leave you in the dust in harsh ways. But I'm a Gemini and Venus. Yeah, we talked about Gemini earlier. But are you dating one blue leaf? Yeah, you have to really treat these signs with honesty. Honesty. It feel the best when I'm happiest with honesty. That's a True Charles song. That's one of the songs that come on Nickelodeon, Nick Jr. when Cass was a baby. Honesty. Like, you gotta be honest with them. You gotta be honest with them if they doing shit to kind of scare you. Let them know. The moment that they do stuff like, okay, you make me worried when you do that, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but no, I'm here for you. You don't have to do that. If you can talk it out, but don't do that. So that's scary. Don't stalk me and shit. Now, Scorpio Venuses can also attract stalkers as well. Save this live. I'm gonna save it. All my astrology lives I save. Yeah. Okay. So Scorpio Venuses, especially women, y'all can attract stalkers. So you have to be very, very careful how y'all move. Don't entertain. Like, when y'all not moving in, okay, when a Scorpio Venus female is moving in, I really don't want a relationship right now. I'm good. I'm coasting. Okay. They using their intensity on creation or something like that. That's when they attract the fucking stalkers. Or they attract people that do weird things, like compulsive obsessionists. But then Scorpio Venus on a lower level can become a compulsive obsessionist. But this can kind of, if your partner is open to like different things, this can become a you can make fun of it. You can exercise that in certain ways. If you know your partner got them obsessive tendencies, like, you can just find out, know your fetishes and know that other person's fetishes. I'm on a page right now in life where I don't even know if feeding other people's fetishes is healthy or not, because you don't know if it's coming from a place of trauma, and you don't want to like be re-traumatizing that person, keeping them in the comfort of their trauma. So I'm just kind of on that. But if you open it on that wild free end, then these fetishes can be played with, like peeping Tom fetishes. Like when you know the person's watching you, but you let them watch you do something. Like, let that obsessive stuff come out constructively with sex or something like that. Like, have them watch you do things. Like, have that. But like, again, I don't know activating that type of shit is healthy. I'm still kind of God working with me on that. So I don't want to be telling people that and whatever. Well, a Venus, I've been smoking this weekend, so guess what? Well, a Venus Lilith aspect gives Scorpio Venus problems. If it's on the Scorpio Venus, for the person that's got that on they shit known, they will probably attract stalkers even more intensely. Stalkers you don't even know watching you, like shit you don't even know going on. But in synastry or something like that, it depends. It depends. But artistically, if you have this in your chart, artistic, if you're an artist, or you've been sitting on your art, you need to go ahead and make that erotic art or whatever it is, and just prefer to be watched from afar and have fans. You know, you can change that energy. That don't necessarily have to happen, but you don't have to just have a stalker this lifetime. But it's a tendency. But see, Venus there, with Lilith there, you won't even know these people doing it because that's visceral. It makes shit unseen. So you won't even know. You won't even know. You just la la la. You won't even know. Like you won't know. You won't feel it. They won't touch you. They won't do shit to you. So because they'll be kind of afraid of that Lilith as well. They admire it, but they know it's something not to fuck with. So yeah, nothing. Don't aggravate this person. If you gonna stalk me, follow me 50 feet behind me, but don't be popping out of corners at me because I will fuck you up. I'll wind up going to jail for you stalking me. That's that type of energy. You don't want to. So if you got Lilith on your Venus, you really kind of don't have to worry about that. Or if something winds up happening, it's almost like that person, like if somebody wind up hurting you in a way that you don't want to be touched or whatever, you're going to see some type of instant karma on this person that's really horrific. And I'm not going to go into it. You probably won't even see it, but you'll hear about it. Again, when Lilith is touching shit, it's making certain shit unseen until Lilith is activated. Something got to hit Lilith. Somebody's planet's got to be on. And I'm glad we're talking about Lilith while we talk about Venus and Scorpio, because Lilith is pretty much Scorpio energy in a sense. I feel like it's Scorpio and Aries mixed together. And I'm looking at my Lilith glyph that's backwards on the wall. Yeah, you look at Lilith is what goes on in the stomach when we in a mother's womb. We can't see. The soul hadn't entered the body yet, so we just feel, but we still connected to the mom. And that sign represent what was going on around you. That's another video I'm gonna make where your Lilith at and what was going on while you were in the womb that you didn't know about, didn't observe, didn't see. The soul wasn't entered into your body yet. So yeah, I have mine trine Venus and Capricorn at 29th degree. Yeah, I'm gonna have to interpret that later. So it's harmonious. A trine is harmonious, so that makes it more of a protector, and it makes it more something you can use and you can control. So that's cool. Yo, Lilith and Chiron are in Scorpio. God damn. God damn. God damn. Are they conjunct? Are close? Are they within 5 degrees of each other? Because that's some interesting, powerful shit. That's some interesting, powerful shit. Girl. Girl. Why are you speeding over the speed bump, ass? I don't care much on my chart, but it's Scorpio heavy. With it being Scorpio heavy, and Chiron being there with Lilith, some situations of life make you feel like you can't be intense. But it's if Saturn in there, that would add to that. Man. Y'all, so before we move on to the next sign, or before I finish up with Scorpio, because y'all got some shit in y'all charts I be wanting to see. Like, wow, okay. I've still got the 75 natal chat special going. I do have a reading actually today. I'm glad I thought about it. I have a reading that I have to do today. So I will have availability, open it up tomorrow. But it's $75. And you can just cash app that to me. And you can email me, yohodaoracle@gmail.com, your birth date, birth time, birthplace. And we can work on a time to where we can chat on the phone. And you can record it, take notes, make sure you have references. In the future, when I open back up the scheduling app, I will have a PDF available, like a written thing available, to where you will be able to keep it of the things that I see stand out in my chart, in your chart, and we'll also have that phone conversation. So there's extra tidbits that I see, I'll say, because it's always something that you're seeing in the chart. It's every time you look at it, but I want to also have like a type thing available, and then an option to where if you just want that type thing available, to where it'd be cheaper, and you can get an intuitive analysis. So for right now, it's just $75 for a natal chart reader. So let's let y'all know, because some of y'all got shit I want to see. Like, the fuck? Like, wow. Okay, so Scorpio Venus. Of course, don't lie to them. They just like the Leo. Don't lie to them. Don't sell them no dreams. Don't feed them no broken promises. Don't do that to them. The one thing that Scorpio Venus is fear the most, which is why that it takes them a long time to attach to somebody, because they know they love intensely, is the fear of loss. The fear of like losing this person due to uncontrollable circumstances. Whether it's death, whether it's cheating, whether it's them leaving them. They don't want to go through that once they attach to somebody like that. So that's something they have to work on in their lifetime of loving from a healthy attachment. But then again, the way they attach is how they attach. And it takes people, other water Venuses are ground Venuses to kind of hold space for them. It's just that with the ground Venuses, they can only hold space for so long because it's not their element. Water understands, and water keep validating. Like, you know how they say a child needs constant reassurance and constant, self-esteem boost. Like, you have to let a child know they're doing good. Great job. You kind of have to do that with Scorpio elements. You kind of have to let them know and reiterate, I'm here. 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 I'm here with you, especially in those moments when they wigging out. Like, I'm here with you. I'm here. I'm here. But when you do see them doing harmful stuff, you have to be honest with them and let them know, okay, now you kind of scaring me, or now you making me worry, and I'm going to need for you to, like, use your words if you can to tell me, or write a letter, write a song to let me know what's going on. Let them know when it's overwhelming for you. Be honest about it, but don't leave their side. They need people present with them as they having a wig out moment. Like, as long as they ain't cutting up and harming you, then they good. But if they just emotionally wigging out, then why the fuck would you invalidate emotions that can't hurt you? Like, it's just, I don't know why people think somebody crying next to them is somebody manipulating them, when people be really sensitive. And that's why I say it's harder for men, because they take it as if women be manipulating them when a woman cry. And women can't even show tears in front of a dude no more because it's considered weak. It's just weird. But Scorpio moon are very intense. All right, so Sagittarius Venus. Sagittarius Venus. Them motherfuckers, it's kind of like Gemini. You don't want to say they're kind of hard to trust on a lower level, but on a higher vibration, they perceive love as adventure as well. They perceive love as a very philosophical, very spiritual, or they may perceive love in faraway lands. Like, these are the type of people that have destination weddings and shit like that. They travel a lot together. They travel overseas, go on trips together a lot. Or they could be very spiritual. They could be a figure in the church or some type of religious organization. Or they can be some type of philosopher. Or they may find love in a church, or they may find love in some type of philosophical organization, or they may gravitate toward it. They might love with feeding you philosophical, like speaking that real philosophical shit, positive affirmation shit to you, no matter where it's coming from, no matter what spiritual lane it's coming from. They love by making sure you're always at your highest and most jovial. They're very fun, though. I will say that Sagittarius Venus are very fun. Sometimes they can be hard to trust, though, because being that it's Jupiter, this is another sign when they're in, they are all in, extremely in, and will include you in all their adventures and all the things that they learn. Very romantic. They love to have fun. But if you trigger them, you know, they're gonna make sure you feel and know that everything is your fault, even if they do something to retaliate. So don't trigger Sagittarius Venuses. Don't undermine or try to restrict them in any way. Don't undermine them. That's the worst thing you do, is try to restrict them or undermine them in any way. They will expand, and they will expand without you. They're all about expansion and growth. Yeah. If your Venus is naturally here, you might have a thing for servicemen. If you're a woman and your Venus is naturally here, you may have a thing for servicemen, like firefighters, army dudes in uniforms and shit. Because Jupiter is that energy as well. Oh man, what is that? I ain't tripping, man. I ain't tripping. Okay, so I'm still channeling Sagittarius and Venus. Sagittarius and Venus is pretty much like happy-go-lucky. Happy-go-lucky. Yeah, happy-go-lucky. Very positive. But they can, on a lowest vibration, according to ways that in their chart, they can, now them the ones that can move around a lot. They can't sit still. So these can be polyamorous lovers too. It just depends on where they at in their life. Again, don't tell them no dreams. But in more of a sense, don't restrict them. Because once they feel restricted, they will move around. Okay. Capricorn. I'm gonna go real fast through it because I see people logging off and then it's been a while. Okay, so Venus in Capricorn, automatically, you might be attracted to people older than you or younger than you. But no matter how old or how young, you just have this knack for maturity. Whether you're the mature one in control or whether they're mature. Capricorn moons, they love. I mean, Capricorn Venuses love very practically too. You like to make sure your lover is good, they're fed, they're housed, they're sheltered. You know, they have the things that they need, the basic needs for survival. You And then if Capricorn trusts you, they can be also very, very sensual. Very, very sensual lovers. Don't make a Capricorn feel as if you are a spoiled brat and ain't nothing that they do satisfies you. Because then they'll just go on to the next person that'll appreciate them doing things. Because they love by duty. Duty. Their love language is duty. They own duty, own guard, making sure you good, making sure you got the things that you need for survival, whether you're a man or a woman. Or if you're a woman, the man and how he survives will be very important to you. Not on a gold digger sense, but it'll just be very important. It'll be very, very important. I'm gonna speed through this. Aquarius. My mom and my daddy had both of their Venuses and Aquariuses, and I think that is the weirdest ass thing, yo. Like, I think that is the weirdest thing because I don't understand where all this extra shit came from later on in a marriage. Like, where did it all come from? What was going on? What was they thinking? Who felt left out? Like, what the fuck? Because the Aquarius Venuses, they literally have to marry their best friend. Like, they have to know you on some friendship shit before they go there with you. And then these are signs that this sign also require a lot of space. When we did the Aquarius Jupiter shit the other night, it was talking about finding a husband. I mentioned that your husband may require a lot of space. Aquarius Venuses require a lot of space. That could have been why my mom and daddy clashed, because they was all up under each other for like 15 years. But the thing is, it was crazy because he was a Leo moon and she was a Scorpio moon. And these two moons require a lot of attention. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? What the fuck was y'all on? But for whatever reason, they didn't work out. I think they smothered each other. Or if they would have gave each other more space than they gave each other, maybe it would have worked out. Because Venuses, they have to really know that they're marrying or committing to their best friend. And it have to be like friendship energy. Aquarius in the 11th house is the house of long-term goals and friendships. So perhaps this long-term goals is a turn on to you. Like, if you're an Aquarius Venus, the person that you might gravitate towards may be future based. Like, they always looking to the future, always looking towards long-term goals and plans, always looking to what can happen next. And not so much including both of you, but like humanitarian wise, like what y'all can do together long term. Like, this is like the mission Venus. What can we do together as far as some mission? Like, what missions do we have to go on? What we about to pop off? You know what I'm saying? What's about to pop? What's about to shake? What's about to sizzle? What are we doing together? What are we doing together outside of us that benefits the future? You know, it's always a mission type. And see, maybe my mom and daddy missed the mission because they were both Aquarius Venuses. They were both born in the same year. So when I told y'all, when people are born in the same year, this kind of makes way to. I'm trying to see what I put on this paper. What was that? That was my YouTube opening. My new YouTube opening for astrology, and I fucked it up. That's cool. Okay. So yeah, that's the best friend energy. That's really, I married my best friend energy. Usually, they love and perceive love through friendship. So if you find yourself being a little bit too affectionate with an Aquarius or too extra with the Aquarius Venus, they may space out, or they may you may tend to see that they give you a lot of space. They're not rejecting it because they are open to all love languages, but they gotta know that you're their friend. They gotta know that they can spend that time alone with themselves.
So,
Ooh, yeah. Thank you. But yeah, they just have to see and know that you can be their friend. And that's love to them. That's straight up love to an Aquarius. Um Now the only issue that can come about with Aquarius Venus is they can get too spacey. Too spacey. Like it'll be fucked up when you get to the point you're not hearing from this person within like seasons upon seasons upon seasons. Like, where the fuck you at? What the fuck you doing? You can't be that spaced out. So usually when they do that, you might want to communicate and make sure y'all good. But just know that the Aquarius, Venus, friendship and space, mission, long-term goals and dreams. When a Aquarius Venus really truly meet their husband or their wife, they're gonna be like, they're gonna ask, what draws you to this person?
what? I'm not Drake the wrong.
Thank you, baby.
Okay.
They're gonna be like, what draws you to this person? And they're gonna say this person's the fact that when we met, they talked about this and this and that, and they actually actualize these things. So they are attracted to people actualizing their dreams. So yeah, that's that. Last but not least, Pisces. And that's where mine is. If those of y'all wanted to know where my Venus was, it's in Pisces. No, Venus is actually exalted here. But that's not always a good thing. If society was set up any different than what it was, it would be a good thing. But because it's not so much of a good thing. It's let's see how I can explain this. Okay, I'm gonna compare it to Leo. How Leo Venus, they love grandly. Pisces love imaginatively. Pisces love psychically. Pisces Venus perceives love. And the funny thing about it is that dream changes from person to person. It's never the same. It's never the same. They'll meet a person and they'll feel this person. They get some sensory of how this person may be. And they change their long term or change their picture of love or image of love to how they see it with that person or based on how that person loves. Not saying they're mimicking the love language, but Pisces can mimic it. Pisces can serve just as Virgos on that axis serve. But what can get Pisces Venus in trouble is because we live in a fucking wounded ass society that exaltation don't mean shit. It's almost as if it's debilitated because more than often, because of people not believing in that type of love, they often have to hear you're unrealistic, you're unrealistic, you're unrealistic. And usually when somebody is saying that to you, they know they falling short of what they need to be serving. They know they ain't shit. If you're a Pisces Venus and you hear somebody say that to you, they trying to save you, Loki. Like, I ain't shit. Save yourself. I'm not that nigga. I'm not that bitch. Cause that imagination scares them. It I don't know. It overwhelms them. They just don't believe, you know. If you meet a Pisces Venus, that means you done stop believing in something. Because a Pisces, it's all about believing and beliefs. So Pisces will believe in somebody's potential more so than the reality, which is why when a person, the worst thing you can do to a Pisces also is sell them a dream, sell them broken promises, because they're going to believe it and they're going to add more to the storyline in their mind. They're going to make that storyline so beautiful, so perfect. They're going to make that storyline more perfect than Virgo can ever strive to be, because Virgo moves in imperfection, always looking for perfection. But Pisces can imagine imperfection, which is why a Virgonian force will always tell Pisces, excuse me, thank you, that they're unrealistic. Pisces are very sweet and sensitive. When they love you, they fucking love you. When they care about you, they really care about you. They'll do anything for you. They will sacrifice anything for you. Sometimes to a fault. In this day and age, it's to a fault. In the perfect world, this would be the perfect Pisces, Venus. I mean, that would be the perfect Venus sign. But because this world is not perfect, it's low-key detrimental. And out of all the signs, Pisces, Venus have to really, really have a daily reminder to tap into their true discernment, because they are very discerning. It's just they will choose their imagination and the idea of something over the actual discernment, which is why they often say that Pisces, Venuses in this type of world we live in today have a tendency to wear rose-tinted glasses, because they choose potential and the idea of potential being actualized over it actually being actualized based on what you're actually being shown. Pisces, Venus, someone can show them who they are, but it'll take them a while to believe them. Because Pisces so psychic, they know that this person is acting out for whatever trauma, for one, and then they can see this person's best potential, hoping that they can be the one to receive this person at their best. Pisces, Venuses make, and I don't care who you see, what spiritual gurus you see, they probably grown up now. We done broke out of it. We done snapped out of it. Once you go through a lot of hurt in life. And Aaliyah song, Let Me Know, is playing in my head when I think about Pisces. No, don't you dare open that damn door. Hey, oh, thank you. It's the mailman. You know I don't like you opening the door when it's people I don't know. And this is a gift. Fan mail, supporter mail. I don't like that word fan mail, but supporter mail. Mail Dog sent me a book. I'm gonna open it. I feel like multiple books. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, so with Pisces, you have to really, really be careful. You have to really cherish them, because, oh yeah, what I was about to say, no matter what the guru, who the guru is, how much they done grew up, how much they done grew out of stuff. Oh wow.
That's cool.
The Essential Life. Mel Dobbs sent me this book, y'all. Thank you, Mel Dobbs. So yeah, this is an essential oil book. Something I needed. Something that I need it. Yes, indeed. Okay. The Essential Life. Yes, this is needed because my Virgo Ascendant needs this. So thank you, Mel Dobbs, if you just so happen to watch this. Hey, Papa Ken. I'm on the last sign. So yeah, so Pisces Venus is another thing too. once you break that picture of the potential that they see, once you break that potential, or break that frame, they will run away from you. They will dis-the-fucking-fear. Like, you thinking the Pisces is all in, they give a fuck. But see, when they in their ideas, they're less confused. Holding on to that idea in their head keeps them less confused. If they dealing with big bad Billy Bob from around the corner and they want to see Billy Bob as the perfect lover with all the roses, then in their mind they're gonna be like, one day Billy Bob, big bad Billy Bob, will be that person with the roses. While everybody is like, why is you fucking with him? He ain't nothing but a crumb. And you're like, well, I see roses within him. And then the moment, you stick with Big Bad Billy Bob, and then the moment Billy Bob just outright tell you some fucked up shit and break that picture, or they'll float away and probably won't come back. But another thing that can make Pisces kind of float away, these will make runaway brides. Pisces Venus is like your runaway brides and runaway grooms. When someone actually finally tells them, no, your way of love is realistic. This is real. This is something I can work with. I love the way you love. I want to be with you. And because somebody done told you all your life that the way you love is unrealistic, Pisces will fucking run for the hills. They'll run and they will hide. They will be like, the person will be like, well, what's going on, Pisces? Why are you not answering your phone? What the fuck is going on? And the Pisces, oh, I've just been to myself. I've been busy. Or they'll ghost you. And they'll ghost you in fear. So, if you know you've been good to a Pisces and they ghost you, they're going to come back. But if a Pisces been believing in you to be the best person you can be, and you done showed them who you were and who you choose to be at this moment, and you done showed them to where it finally done stuck and knocked their rose-tinted glasses off, they're not coming back. They're not coming back. Don't sell Pisces dreams, and don't take advantage of Pisces. Don't take advantage of the fact that Pisces really care. That fucks them up. So you see a lot of spiritual gurus and shit. They're really hard on pick-me chicks because Pisces be that pick-me. But eventually they grow out of it. They snap out of it. So yeah. The best people for Pisces would be a Scorpio Venus or a Cancer Venus or a ground Venus. I feel like they will be soft enough to deal with any other ground Venus. It's like it won't ever become overwhelming because they're so receptive. They're so soft and chill and receptive. And that's how I am in love. I'm soft, chill, receptive, accepting, understanding, forgiving, very forgiving. And then by the time society gets on, they fleeting as fuck. Like, oh, I feel love. Let me run. I'm running away from it. And the fish just... So that's why it's always two fish in their head. Because one fish to me represent the views of society. And the other fish represents who they really truly want to be. And who they truly see in things. What's wrong?
My notebook at?
I don't know where your notebook at.
I was in the living room somewhere. That was the last place I had it.
I don't know where it's at.
Can you help me find it after the video?
Yeah, I can help you find it after the video. Why?
Huh?
Why?
How about draw something? I want to draw a superhero.
Or you might have to draw it on another piece of paper.
I need 6.
No, you're getting 2 pieces of paper.
6.
You're getting 2 pieces of paper. No.
Cherry on top.
No. Why you want 6 pieces of my paper? Where that ditto paper at?
Huh?
Where that ditto paper at?
Huh?
Where that ditto print paper at?
There though?
Yeah, that white plain white paper.
Hmm. I don't even know.
Why you sniff my hair? It's probably in that closet.
What's one?
In the closet. Go look in that closet and see if you see like a square pack of paper. It's like I got 2 packs of ditto paper in there that you can draw on.
It got a whole white.
Hmm?
The whole is white.
It should be all white, but the packaging is not gonna be all white unless it's like open and you'll be able. I'm finna get off of here and look for you. Hey, Papa Ken Ken. So